In the quiet moments, when the world is still holding its breath before the day truly begins, we often find ourselves reflecting on the intricate tapestry of life. A tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, of connection and loss. And it is in these moments of quiet contemplation that a profound question often arises. When life, in its unpredictable nature, gently, or sometimes abruptly, takes something precious away from us, how do we gather the strength to carry on? Grief, it doesn't always arrive as a dramatic, crashing wave that eventually recedes. Sometimes it steals in silently, subtly, like a persistent, all-encompassing fog that never quite lifts. It can settle deep within us, coloring our perceptions, dimming the light of our days. In the face of such profound loss, our responses vary greatly. Some instinctively try to forget, to bury the pain deep within the recesses of their memory. Others seek solace in distraction, filling their lives with activity, hoping to outrun the persistent ache. But then, there are those, a quiet few, who choose a different path. They possess a quiet courage, a gentle resilience that allows them to face their grief, not with resistance, but with acceptance. They approach it slowly, mindfully, each day a small step on a long and arduous journey. Today, I want to share with you the deeply moving story of a man named Henry, who experienced the unimaginable loss of his only son, and how he embarked on a unique and deeply personal journey to find peace again. His path to healing wasn't paved with eloquent words or intensive therapy sessions. Instead, it unfolded through the simple yet profound practice of slow, mindful movements, a practice as ancient as time itself, as accessible as our own breath, yoga. For a Henry, this gentle discipline became more than just physical exercise. It became his anchor in the storm, his quiet conversation with his own heart, his way, breath by breath, movement by movement, back to the delicate beauty of life. Nestled in a tranquil village, where the scent of pine needles, carried on the gentle breeze from the nearby Oregon forests, lies a small, cozy home. It is here that Henry, an 81-year-old man with kind eyes and hands that tell a story of a life well lived, begins his day. Long before the sun fully crests the horizon, at precisely 5:30 each morning, Henry awakens. The house is still, the world outside just beginning to stir. With a quiet reverence, he unfolds his thin blue yoga mat, a familiar ritual that has become a cornerstone of his day. A single candle is lit, its soft, flickering flame casting gentle shadows on the walls, creating a serene and intimate space. And for the next 45 minutes, in the stillness of the early morning, Henry dedicates himself to his practice. He breathes deeply, allowing each inhale to fill him with a sense of calm, each exhale to release any lingering tension. He moves slowly, deliberately, stretching his body in familiar poses, listening intently to the whispers of his muscles and joints. He finds a profound connection in the silence, a space where the noise of the world fades away, and only the quiet wisdom of his own being remains. But Henry's mornings were not always filled with this quiet grace. Just 4 years ago, his life was irrevocably altered by a sudden and devastating loss. His only son, Jacob, a vibrant and loving man, was taken from him in a tragic car accident. Jacob was 42 years old. He possessed a rare gentle spirit, a kindness that touched everyone he met. He was a dedicated schoolteacher, shaping young minds with patience and passion. And above all, he was a devoted father to two beautiful children, a source of immense pride and joy for a Henry. The day the phone rang, bearing the unbearable news, shattered Henry's world. The ground seemed to crumble beneath his feet, and a darkness descended upon him that felt absolute and unending. 4 months that stretched into a seemingly endless winter, Henry retreated into himself. The familiar routines of his life ceased to hold meaning. He stopped engaging with his friendly neighbors, the usual cheerful greetings replaced by a withdrawn silence. His beloved garden, once a source of solace and vibrant color, became overgrown and neglected, mirroring the desolation in his heart. The warmth that had once radiated from his smile was extinguished, leaving behind a profound sadness that seemed to cling to him, heavy cloak. One day, in an attempt to find some semblance of normalcy, Henry reluctantly visited the local community center. He sat alone in a quiet corner, observing the various activities taking place. His gaze fell upon a small group of seniors who were moving with a gentle fluidity, their bodies flowing through yoga postures. A woman with a warm smile and a calming presence, the yoga instructor named Mara, noticed Henry sitting apart. With a gentle kindness that radiated genuine care, she approached him and softly invited him to join the class. Henry's initial reaction was one of resistance. He shook his head slowly, a deep weariness etched on his face. "No, my dear," he murmured, his voice raspy from disuse. "I'm too old. My body is too stiff, too unyielding. And my heart, it's just too broken." But Mara, with a wisdom that belied her years, knelt beside him and spoke words that resonated deeply within the fractured landscape of his soul. "Dear Henry," she said softly, her eyes filled with empathy, "you don't come to yoga because you are already flexible in body or in spirit. You come because you yearn to feel again. You come to gently mend what feels broken." Her words struck a chord within him, a flicker of hope in the darkness. And so, hesitantly, Henry decided to try. His first few classes were challenging, both physically and emotionally. His aging body protested with aches and stiffness. In tree pose Vuksasana, his hands trembled, a visible manifestation of the instability he felt within. Child's pose Balasana, meant to be a posture of comfort and surrender, brought a fresh wave of grief as he longed to hold his own child once more. But something remarkable began to happen as he continued to show up, day after day, breath after breath. Henry discovered that he wasn't just stretching his physical muscles. He was also, slowly and gently, stretching the tightly wound knots of grief that had taken root in his heart. Each deep, mindful inhale became a release, a letting go of the pain he had been holding on to. Each slow, deliberate movement was a quiet prayer, a silent acknowledgement of his loss, and a gradual opening to the possibility of healing. After 3 months of consistent practice, the restless nights that had plagued him began to subside, replaced by a more peaceful and restorative sleep. After 6 months, the strength gradually returned to his legs, and he found himself able to walk the familiar paths of his village once more, connecting with the world around him in a way he hadn't thought possible. But the most profound transformation was the return of his smile. It started as a faint flicker, a hesitant upturn of his lips, but over time it grew stronger, warmer, reflecting the gentle peace that was beginning to blossom within him. He even found joy in sharing his newfound practice with his grandchildren when they came to visit. What began as a quiet personal journey blossomed into moments of connection and shared warmth as he patiently guided their young bodies through simple poses. Today, Henry is known throughout the village as the gentle yogi. It's not a title earned through perfect postures or advanced techniques. Instead, it's a testament to the profound peace he radiates, a quiet strength that emanates from within him, touching the lives of those around him in soft, comforting sunlight on a cold morning. Henry's story is not just a heartwarming tale of personal resilience. It is also deeply rooted in scientific understanding. The profound benefits he experienced through yoga, particularly for seniors navigating loss and the challenges of aging, are increasingly supported by research. Yoga, in its holistic approach, addresses not only the physical body, but also the intricate connection between mind and spirit. For older adults, this integration offers a powerful pathway to both emotional and physical healing. According to leading institutions like Johns Hopkins Medicine, the regular practice of yoga can yield significant health benefits, including a gentle yet effective way to lower blood pressure, reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, an improvement in heart rate variability (HRV), which signifies the heart's ability to adapt to stress and is a key indicator of overall cardiovascular health and resilience. A notable reduction in the symptoms of depression and anxiety, offering a natural and holistic approach to managing mood and emotional well-being. A valuable tool in helping individuals navigate the complex emotions of grief and manage the often debilitating effects of chronic stress on the body and mind. Furthermore, for individuals over the age of 60, the benefits of yoga extend to enhanced balance and flexibility, crucial factors in preventing falls and maintaining independence, improved joint health, alleviating pain and stiffness associated with aging conditions like arthritis, enhanced sleep quality, promoting deeper and more restorative rest, which is vital for both physical and cognitive function, an overall improvement in cardiovascular health, contributing to increased energy levels and a greater sense of well-being. It is important to emphasize that the transformative power of yoga does not lie in achieving complex or acrobatic poses. The true essence of the practice lies in the mindful connection to breath and gentle movement. Even simple practices, such as seated yoga or chair yoga, which can be adapted for individuals with limited mobility, or dedicating just 20 minutes to deep, conscious breathing coupled with gentle stretches, can have a profound impact on regulating the nervous system and reducing the levels of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. The key to unlocking these benefits lies in consistency and cultivating a deep sense of compassion and acceptance towards your own body's limitations and capabilities. Start small. Perhaps begin with just 5 minutes of focused breathing each morning, setting a tone of calm and intention for the day ahead. Incorporate gentle stretches for your shoulders, back, and legs, releasing tension that may have accumulated overnight. Listen to calming music or simply tune into the soothing rhythm of your own breath, allowing it to anchor you in the present moment. Yoga is more than just a series of physical postures. It is an invitation to create a sacred space within yourself, a quiet, forgiving space where healing, in its own time and in its own way, becomes possible once again. It is a journey of self-discovery, a gentle unfolding of the body, mind, and spirit. Please remember that you do not need to possess the flexibility of a seasoned gymnast to embark on the path of yoga. You do not need to invest in expensive attire or create a perfectly serene and aesthetically pleasing space. All that is truly required is a simple mat, a quiet moment carved out of your day, and a genuine willingness to show up for yourself, just as you are. Henry's remarkable journey reminds us that healing from profound loss is not about erasing memories or forcing ourselves to forget the ones we have loved and lost. Instead, it is about learning to carry those memories with a gentle heart, integrating our loss into the fabric of our being, and finding a way to move forward, one mindful breath at a time. If you are navigating a difficult chapter in your life, if grief or pain feels overwhelming, please know that you are not alone. While yoga may not be a panacea, a magical cure for all that ails us, it can offer a profound sense of grounding and support. It can hold you, gently and compassionately, in its embrace as you navigate the often turbulent waters of healing and gradually find your way back to the shores of peace and hope. Have you ever experienced the transformative power of yoga in your own life? Or perhaps you have discovered another ritual, another practice, that brings you a sense of calm and inner peace. Please share your thoughts and your stories in the comments below. I would be deeply honored to hear about your experiences and what has brought solace to your heart. And if this video has offered you a moment of peace, a glimmer of hope, or a sense of connection today, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the Peace Age. This is a space where we explore the gentle wisdom of healing, where we share stories that resonate with the human experience, and where we remind each other that even in the face of adversity, healing, growth, and a renewed sense of peace are always possible. I hope this expanded version provides the length you need for your video. Let me know if you would like any further adjustments.